Hello everybody, and welcome once more to the character introductions for the Crimson Queen, coming up soon as a new adventure here up on YouTube and on my Twitch channel, where you can check it out. Today joining me is Joe, who is playing, and I got a...
Khandes.
Khandes Dusel. I can see you've got a last name there. Or
actually, I took Dusel out of there because Shanti actually don't have last names.
Khandes, or as they're known, Khandes, Elemental Claw, who is a Suli Bloodrager. So, why don't you give us your character description, a little bit about your backstory, and we can get to your inciting incident, which I do have your inciting incident in your backstory, which... honestly, I can say you could probably take one of the actual traits, but it's fine to get you into... Yeah,
I could have, but I still think it fits with this one. Anyway.
It's fine. It can still lead the same way, you
know. So our tribe was known for I'm Ashanti. Our tribe was known for being proficient in bows. I was a bit of a disappointment to my father because I was never good with them. I was much better at melee, which my brother actually encouraged that with me. When I went to my coming of age ceremony, that is when my Suli and Abyssal Bloodline powers both ended up coming to fruition in a duel with the chief's son. He had attacked me and managed to slash my face, almost taking out my eye, and I went into a blood rage. I ignited in flames, ended up setting the chief's tent on fire, attacked the chief's son with my newfound claws, shredding his shoulder, almost tearing his arm off. Afterward, it was the chief demanded that I leave the tribe because I was too much of a danger. My brother decided to leave with me, and we made our way to Korvosa, where him and I both started working as dock workers. For me, my natural flair for diplomacy actually found its home there, and I was able to start not only doing, regular dock work, but starting to do negotiations for some of the dock masters. My brother, on the other hand, found it a very hard transition to city life and started taking drugs.
That's kind of where my side of things get in. Because, yes, certainly there are places where you get plenty of drugs in the city. And especially in Old Korvosa, there's plenty of places where you can find things that you need. But that requires money, funding, more and more. And, well, your brother started doing less dock work and getting into more shady stuff in order to feed his habits. Certainly took some very dark jobs. Are darker even than the substance abuse. But these aren't things you learned about until, well, your brother died. Took drugs until he died. You probably had a inkling that something was wrong. You knew he was abusing stuff, but you had no way of stopping him. He wasn't going to listen to you. That kind of thing. But his death was certainly a shock. It drew on you a lot of different ways. It wasn't until you found that he had written a few things down about some of the things he experienced. You don't know if he wrote it down as a way of forgiving himself. letting someone else know or what. But he wrote it down nonetheless. And you learned, of course, that even the seedy underbelly of this place, there are places that are worse. Things that are worse. And he got in with a pretty dangerous group. Run, of course, by a man of the name Eodred Arabasti.
And I've been working my way up the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, your brother saw the things that Lamb did. His abuse of children. But with his addictions and his need for money, he said nothing. It's something that you could probably sense of a regret in his notes. What he wrote down. Maybe whatever sense of justice that he had been dulled. Or he just couldn't find the courage to stand up in the stupor that he had dove into, in the darkness that he dove into. And so, that's where you come in of, now you know what happened to your brother. And maybe it's not revenge that drives you. Maybe it is a little bit. But certainly I can say, maybe it's a little bit that sense of justice that your brother lost. But he knew he lost. And I think that's an important part of what you did.
Yes, I've been trying to start working on cleaning up parts of the area, working my way up the chain.
But it's been a hard job. Because Lan uses children for a lot of his things. And as much as he has done horrible things to some of the orphans, Old Korvosa is a deadly, dangerous place, and there are plenty of orphans to find. Plenty of them that commit crimes. And a few gang members here and there. A few individuals who know something about drugs. It's been hard. Your quest for justice has been not as successful as you want. But one morning, as you get up and prepare yourself for a day, you'll see something pushed under your front door. A note. With your name on the front. And inside the little letter, paragraph. Maybe your revenge, your justice, will be successful. And that's kind of where we'll leave off for you. Note pushing you forward also. Much more the dark side Avenger. Ha 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 ha, that's your trait. The Avenger, much more than some of the others.
Batman.
Yeah, I mean, like, you took the...
Batman.
I'm not as... A lot of people are like, the revenge traits. You're like the... I took the Batman trait, so up all the rest of you. I guess
Batman
everybody's...
in this group.
This group is very Batman.
I am
I feel like I'm the
Batman.
least Batman. I'm actually searching for someone.
Hey, man.
Not you. No. It was the third people below us.
Yeah, anyway, so, yes, everybody's here, so, you know, that doesn't break the illusion. Anyway, thank you, Joe. Make sure to check out on the November 1st at 9 p.m. up on my Twitch channel, Dracovin Empire, Twitch.tv. And of course, up on YouTube days later, we'll have that. But do a few more of these Session Zeros. I think we're going to Session Zeros too. So I hope you all enjoyed all of them. Check them all out. See these characters. Learn their backstory. Their introductions to the world of the Crimson Queen. Because there will be a lot more. And, you know, the sense of justice and maybe revenge that they're all having now will have an effect on them. Anyway, until then, He